What's up, AA fam? Welcome back to the channel.
It's your girl,
Ann.
and it's your girl Anna.
Yep.
And Elijah is here with us today. On Instagram, we asked you the other day, which by the way, if you're not following us, make sure you guys go follow us over there. But anyways, on IG, we did ask you guys to ask us anything in regards to parent life.
All right, the first question is, are you happy to be parents?
No, of course we are.
I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, like he's brought so much happiness to our life.
He said, you better be happy.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I was happy before having him.
But it's like another level of happiness.
Yeah, like I cannot see myself without him anymore. Like just life wouldn't be the same.
No.
And he has been bringing us so much joy and so much happiness into our life, and we're forever grateful. But anyways, Elijah, you gotta go with Auntie Cam. Say bye. Bye, Izzy. Bye. How's baby at night? So baby has actually been very good. Newborns get up every 2 to 3 hours, but literally just the other day,
We slept for 5 hours.
yes, I was shocked. I was like, Anthony, our baby just slept almost like the full night. That's how you know he's getting older, but he's actually doing really, really good at night. Our baby's super chill.
What do you think is the hardest part of being parents?
I would have to say patience. I thought I was a very patient person before. Having your own baby really teaches you how to be extra patient, and if you don't have patience, then it's like not gonna be good. And sometimes it's a little stressful because it's like the phone's ringing, or someone needs you, or like you need to answer an email, or you need to do this, or you need to submit this, and it just gets very stressful, I guess you could say.
I feel like the hardest part of being a parent is working around Elijah's schedule.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just us anymore. We can't do what we want to do. We have to really focus on him, you know, make our schedule fit around what his schedule looks like.
Exactly. If something's wrong with the baby, then we're not recording. We're not gonna run errands. We're not going to work and
Yeah, it's just focus
go on
the
Zoom
baby.
calls. Like, we're literally gonna focus on our baby because he is our first priority. What has changed? A lot has changed. We're parents now. Like, our whole life has changed for the better, of course. I mean, nothing has changed negatively.
Yeah, everything's better.
Everything's for the better. Our family life, even our YouTube channel, you guys have seen it. Like, we're literally a family now.
Yeah. Well, I feel like something that's changed for me is I've always done a lot of stuff around the house.
I have to give it to Aunt. He's really been helping me, like clean, cook, all that.
Yeah.
Cause I'm still like, I feel like I'm.
Yeah, you know, like Anna, she's still recovering. She's still going through her
I feel like I'm like
pregnancy, you
almost
know,
there.
all that stuff. But yeah, she's almost there. Yeah, so I've just been doing a lot more around the house and helping out with, you know, the dishes, the laundry.
the cleaning. You're good at cleaning.
Yeah. I don't mind cleaning. Well, I don't mind doing anything for you, babe.
Oh, thank you. I love you. No, Aunt's a big help, and
No.
I couldn't ask for a better partner. Has your relationship changed with a baby? We kind of answered that in a way, but yeah, I feel better. I feel like we're a lot stronger in our relationship, and I've always loved Anthony. I mean, I fell in love with him when I was 15. Like, you guys know our story. We're high school sweethearts. Now it's like, wow, like the person I fell in love with at 15 is a father, and it makes me just fall more in love with
Yeah,
him.
we have something that's never gonna go away.
How's breastfeeding been going? Please be honest. I like the please be honest.
Well, I don't get to see the breast as much as I used to. I'll be honest right now about that.
So I'm glad you guys asked this question, because I feel like us moms that breastfeed don't get as much credit as we should, and people don't really talk about the subject too much and how hard it is, because it just seems easy. Like, oh, like your baby just goes on your boob and gets fed. Like, it's a lot more than that, okay? It's the whole process. It's a lot of work. Okay, so advice on new parents.
We're still new parents. For dads, I would say just make sure you're there. No matter what, always be present. I know some men, they have jobs, but you know, just try to do your best to be there for your partner as much as you can.
Yes, and I can say Aunt is very good at doing that. He's always there, even at nighttime. Whenever I need something, he's there. I would say advice for new parents is just take it easy. Don't be too hard on yourself. You're a new parent, and I know as new parents, we can get overwhelmed at first.
Oh, and don't let nobody raise your kid and tell you how to raise your kid, because they're your kid.
Exactly. Raise your kid how you want to raise your kid.
Do things the right way. Don't put them in harm, but at the end of the day, it's your kid.
As new parents, what products do you use the most, and what product do you recommend when you have a baby?
Like that's
Okay, yes, diapers is huge.
y'all
but
want real answers. That's what we use the most.
I feel diapers, we use a lot of diapers, of course.
You can never have enough diapers.
You can't have enough diapers, but I would say something that we use a lot too would be our gray coat downstairs. It's really good because like if he's not in my bassinet downstairs, but I'm downstairs like cooking me, or like we're just like in the living room, he's in the gray coat. That has been really handy. Do you want to teach your baby Spanish or just English?
So this is something that, you know, we haven't really even talked about too much on camera. Like, I know we've mentioned it a couple times, but to keep it real with y'all, Anna and I, like, we don't really argue too much, but this is something that we both see differently. She wants him to learn Spanish first. I want him to learn English first, because we both speak English and I speak a little Spanish. I've been learning, but I don't speak it good enough to be able to communicate with him fully.
Oh my God.
And him being my son, I want to be able to talk to him fully. So
you
if he's
know
only speaking Spanish, how am I gonna have, you know, a whole conversation?
That's the thing that me.
So I'm not for it. I don't want him to speak Spanish first. I want him to speak English first.
So I'm sure parents can relate, but the way I see it is Elijah's gonna go to school and he is just gonna talk English at school because
he's gonna be forced to learn English, basically.
Well, the thing is that here all schools are literally English. Of course, he's gonna learn English in the house, but I want him to just learn Spanish first, because that's like, I feel like it's harder, and then
English is harder than learning.
And then he can learn a little bit of English here, but once he goes to school, it's like he's full-blown English. That way he'll be bilingual. And the reason why I say that is because I was born in Colombia, and for the first 5 years of my life, I didn't know any other language.
Perfect example.
But
thank you for bringing that up. So Anna thinks in Spanish and speaks in English, because that was her first language. So you're basically saying Elijah's gonna think in Spanish and speak English
okay,
while he's talking to me. I still want him to learn Spanish. Don't get me wrong. I want him to learn Spanish and be able to speak it fluently.
I just feel like if he learns Spanish first, it'll be easier.
See, I don't agree.
Okay,
anyways, we'll just move on from this question.
Guys,
this is something to talk about later.
Will you guys be romantic in front of Elijah when he gets older?
Yeah, of course, like, I'm gonna be romantic.
Like, oh, baby,
well, okay, not all like.
Yes, I love you so much.
Kisses on the forehead, all that stuff. He's gonna see it.
Yeah,
I want to give him a good example of how to treat his wife.
Yeah, and it's big on like, you know, being like nice and surprises and all that. So I feel like Elijah, yeah, he's definitely gonna see all that. In regards to romantic, I feel like they mean like kissy. Honestly, I probably won't like make out in front of Elijah. No, I wouldn't want to do that in front of my son, you know. But I will obviously kiss, you know, his father and like hug on him and cuddle and a lot of love. I want my son to be raised with lots and lots and lots of love. Did your epidural work? I wouldn't say it took the pain away 100%, but it did help a lot. While I was going through the contractions, I wasn't feeling the pain of the contractions how they were before I had the epidural, but it still felt very uncomfortable, if that makes sense. Like it just felt pressure down there, but it wasn't like painful. And then when I actually gave birth, oh my gosh, it still was hurting. Like I felt everything. I felt Elijah coming out. I never lost the feeling in my legs.
Which is not really common. Normally when you get the epidural, you can't even walk afterwards because you can't feel your legs. But when, you know, Elijah was born, Anna was ready to jump out of the bed and, you know, walk around.
Yes, and they're like, no, you can't walk yet. I'm like, but I feel my legs. What was the most difficult part about recovery? The most difficult?
She's still recovering.
I feel like they're saying like the first 6 weeks, it was really hard. Not being able to work out, not being able to walk up and down the stairs like I used to, not being able to be intimate with my husband.
That's probably the hardest part.
Yeah, dang. Okay, so what do you guys do differently now as parents?
Get dressed differently.
What?
We get dressed differently as parents.
That sounds, I didn't change the way I dress.
We have to get Elijah dressed first.
Oh, you mean like, okay, I see what you mean. You say like,
what do you think I mean?
I thought you said like we dress differently now that we're parents.
I mean,
like I'm dressing
you
like.
You do dress kind of differently now that you're a mom. You do. Like this whole thing you got going on?
Oh, this is like a mom
jumpsuit.
That's a whole
mom suit right there.
I wouldn't say like I switched my wardrobe, but yes, in regards to like dressing, like we have to make sure Elijah's dressed first.
Strange. I said how to dress.
No, but like I know what he means. At first I was like, what? But yes, in regards to the order we get dressed, like yeah, Elijah's always getting dressed first. And if he has to get changed, we change him first.
Sleep has changed.
Yes, sleep.
Drastically.
Of course. So before we would sleep in, now we're up earlier.
And up later.
Yeah, but it is what it is. When your parents like team no sleep, we do see those comments where you guys are like telling us how, you know, thankful you guys are that we post still with a whole baby. And thank you for that, because seeing those little comments like really motivate us. Are you guys raising your baby like your parents raised you? That's an interesting question.
Nah, I'm not.
Oh my God, dang. That was quick. What do you mean, nah? Okay.
My mom raised me very well. My dad never really raised me because he was busy doing something else. I don't know. That helped make me a better person and made me who I am today. And I wouldn't be as successful if it wasn't for that. And I wouldn't be as good of a dad as I am today if it wasn't for that.
Real quick, I always tell Aunt I admire him because even though he didn't have that father figure and he never had a dad in his life, he's still an amazing man and amazing dad. I feel like he's the best dad to our baby and I always look up to him. But you just have to be strong, and I know it sounds
just be
hard.
Strong and let it fuel you, let it make you the best person you could possibly be. Back to what I was saying, my mom, she raised me really well, as much as she could. She was there, but she didn't always have the best resources to raise me as well as you should be raised. But she did, you know, at a time always spoil me with, I always had like the latest Jordans. I was always fresh with the best clothes and stuff. So that I will take and I will pass that way of raising my son to him as well. Even though it's not all about material stuff, my mom did her best to provide me with the best that she knew how to do, and I forever appreciate that. Not only my mom, but I've always had people, you know, help me grow throughout my life. So as far as it goes, is am I gonna raise my son the way that my parents raised me? No, I'm gonna do better. And I think all of us as kids should always aim to do better than how our parents raised us.
So I love my parents and I'm super thankful, but I've made it very clear that I'm not going to raise my kids the way my parents raised me because, you know, I come from a very old school household. You know, I'm Colombian, so a lot of things are very old school.
Like machetes.
No, but you know, they don't play around, and let's just say I got some whoopings growing up from my mother. And I'll forever be grateful for that because I feel like she did it, you know, to make me a better person. And yeah, and I wouldn't be who I am today without my mom. I want to do things a little differently. Like, for example, one thing that comes to mind is never put my hands on Elijah. Like, it's just something part of the culture, you know. Sometimes like you would do wrong and I'll be like, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's an example. And I'm sure you guys could relate. Many of you guys could probably relate with me. Stop.
At the end of the day, you know, everything happens for a reason. And you can only let that help you be a better person.
Does Elijah have a nickname? Yes.
He has a couple nicknames.
I call him Ali.
Call him Fat Boy.
Ja is like another one. So Elijah.
Ant.
No, we don't call him Ant. It's Ali,
You
Ja.
call him Ant if you want, because his middle name.
We have a few people that are close to us that call him AJ, but for the most part, it's Ali or Ja or just Elijah. Postpartum depression. How are you guys mentally? So that's a good one. I feel like we're in a very good spot. Well, I can speak for myself. I feel like I'm in a very good spot right now. I'm not gonna lie. When I came back from the hospital, I didn't tell nobody this, except Anthony, of course, but nobody knows. But I did come from the hospital. Everything was okay. Like, my husband was there supporting me. I had Elijah, which is my biggest blessing. And for some reason, I still felt sad. Like, literally that day that I came back from the hospital. Well, it wasn't that same day, because that day I was super happy. But the next morning I woke up and I felt sad. And I'm like, why am I feeling sad? There's nothing wrong. But, you know, your hormones are just all over the place. So it's okay to not feel okay, because a lot of people fail to realize when you have a baby, your hormones are literally through the roof. So if you feel sad, it's okay. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't be like, why am I feeling like this? I'm stupid to feel like this, because I did it to myself. Postpartum depression, how are you mentally?
I'm good. I just, you know, there's a few things that I do miss. Like, I miss when, you know, Anna would cook her rice. But like, I know she's recovering and everything.
I'm gonna cook my rice. I'm gonna cook. Listen, Aunt loves how I cook my rice. He says I make the best rice. And he loves how I cook for him. And I haven't really been cooking. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't, because
it's all good though. I understand.
Because we have the baby and everything, but I'm gonna get it back together and I'm gonna cook for you and I'm gonna do all that.
Take your
Daddy.
time. Take your time.
You guys are all beautiful. What's your ethnicity? Oh, thank you. We love you guys. Okay, so if you didn't know, your girl is Colombian. I was born in Colombia. I came down to the United States when I was 5 years old. So I am Colombian. Colombia. I'm gonna take you guys along with us when we go to Colombia, because I want you guys to see Colombia.
I'm Dominican, sometimes Puerto Rican, depending on who looks at me.
What? No.
So I'm black and white.
Everyone thinks he's Dominican or Puerto Rican. It's the funniest thing. It's like, do you speak Spanish? No, you're Puerto Rican. No, you're Dominican. It's like, no.
And then I tell them no, and then out of nowhere they pull out this water gun and then tell me to speak Spanish.
Yeah, I'll be like, gotta speak Spanish. No, but Anthony is Nigerian and Irish.
Whoa, you getting like deep. Yeah, we did an ancestry test.
What are your parenting goals? I just want my baby to be the best version of himself and the best version of us too. So what we didn't have, give him what we didn't have.
Exactly.
And just give him so much love, and I want him to grow up and just
like reach his fullest potential.
Be himself and be kind to others and always be confident without being conceited.
And still be humble but
confident. Yeah, just
and have fun.
Have fun. Yes, and you guys are part of our
enjoyable.
Yes, you guys are part of our lives. So just like we took him to Disney World, which you got some hate on that because a lot of people were like, he's so tiny and everything, and he's so small, why are you taking him to Disney World? But some of them failed to realize that our baby is vaccinated already. He has his vaccines. He's very strong.
And then we're not like, I know there's like some scenes where we had him like out, but 90% of the time he was in his stroller and we would just like open his cover so he can see things. So it's not like we were like, hey, you want to see my baby?
Who changes the diapers?
Both of us.
I feel like we both do. Anyway, it got kind of dark in here. I'm sorry about the lighting, y'all. Have you had any postpartum cravings? Nope, no postpartum cravings. Faja recommendations. Yep, you guys know that I use a Faja because I'm trying to snap back completely. Obviously, I'm still in the process. You guys saw my postpartum body and I'm still trying to work out and do everything to go back to me 100%.
Hannah was actually about to come out with some of her own Fajas.
Yeah, we're in the works.
Yeah, let us know if you guys would like to see that.
Are you ready for another baby?
No.
No,
I'm not. Just because I want to spend as much time with Elijah first.
He wants to spoil our son. He wants our son to like just be the only child. Cause you know, only child gets like better treatment, I guess, cause all the attention is on him or her. And once you have a second child, it's like, it's not the same attention. Like your focus is on both. So you have to like split your attention to both. You have to give both of them the same amount of love and all that. So Anthony wants to be greedy with the first one and be
I
like,
wouldn't say greedy, but you know.
You want to give Elijah.
I was the first child for a little while too, you know?
Yeah, so was I, but I get it. You know,
that's not to say I don't want to have a kid like at least a year. Wait.
At least a year?
Yeah.
I would say if Aunt got me pregnant now, I would get pregnant right now. But that's all I'm gonna say. And I know sometimes Aunt be having those feelings like, oh, let's have another baby now.
Then I double think about it. Maybe we should wait.
And then another question very similar, a lot of questions was, when is baby number 2 coming? We don't know, but stay tuned in. That's all I'm gonna say. Last question, and this question was asked a lot. How is your sex life after having a baby? And I'll be completely honest with you guys. Completely honest. It's been better.
Oh my. I'm scared for a second. Should I pack my stuff now or later?
I got you scared? Come on, you know. So, okay, TMI, if you're watching this, if you're a little kid and no, just exit out the video now because I don't want you hearing this and you shouldn't be listening to this right now if you're younger. Like I kind of mentioned it earlier in the video, we've always been big on, you know, being together and like being lovable and just, you know, it's not all about, relationship is not all about sex. You know, a lot that goes into a relationship, but of course that is a big part of it. Your intimacy in a relationship is very important. As a married couple, you know, it's not all about that. Of course, it's communication, compromise. It's much, much more than just that, but that is a big part. And Anthony and I have always been big on that. And, you know, we're very connected. We feel like we're one, it's like we're two people, but we're one because we're that connected. And then after having the baby, we couldn't do nothing for like 6 weeks. So like, I felt like after we got the green light and the doctor was like, all right, go for it. Like, you're good. Like, you can go back to normal. It's like, we just, like, oh my gosh. Like, it was just like the first time all over again, if that makes sense. I don't know if that sounds weird, but it was just like a beautiful thing. And it was the first time in a long time that we had to wait. We never waited that long.
Just like everything after having a baby, it's been better.
How's it been for you, sir?
We've reached new levels.
That was enough for today's video. I'm gonna go grab my baby now because
we gotta go see our baby.
Yeah, I miss him. I've been up here for like 30 minutes, but now it got dark, you guys see.
So what do you want today? You want me to make, I can make pasta or I can make steak?
I can't wait for my baby to cook that pasta. He makes the best pasta you could think of. I'm back on mama duties right now, but we hope you-
on daddy duty.
Yes.
Which is-
everything. I'm just kidding.
Can't do more than mama. Can't do more than
mama. I love you. Stop, baby. We're a teamwork. But with that being said, we hope you guys enjoyed this video and make sure to follow us on Instagram. Our @ is right here, @Anna, and it's also in the description below. So make sure you guys follow us. We love you guys so much and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.